Okay. Good morning, Mrs. Smith. My name is Maggie. I'm a registered dietitian. My doctor sent you to talk about your blood pressure. How are you feeling about your recent diagnosis?
I'm a little nervous. I didn't think I'd have high blood pressure at 58.
I get it, but there's good news. It can be managed with some lifestyle changes. Are you ready to dive in?
Yes.
So your blood pressure is running 152/96. The normal blood pressure is below 140 and over 90. So this does put you in the category to have high blood pressure. So think of your blood vessels like a garden hose. High blood pressure is like cranking the water pressure up way too high. So this puts your work into overtime, pushing extra blood through your arteries.
So my heart's stressed?
Exactly. And that's where food comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So you eat a lot of salt. Your body will hold on to extra water to dilute it. And then this more fluid in your blood vessels puts higher pressure. So I also looked at your diet recall and I calculated it, and you're eating about 5,500 milligrams of sodium. So we need that to be under 2,000. So that's almost 3 times as much.
And where does that come from?
So looking at what you had yesterday, so you had bacon for breakfast, which is high in sodium. You had a McDonald's burger for lunch and fries, which is high in sodium. The frozen pizza you had for dinner, each one of these is loaded with sodium. Most salts do come from processed foods, not salt shakers, which I know a lot of people think. And then also I saw your labs, your magnesium's a little low. So calcium, potassium, and magnesium all help relax the blood vessels. So we want your magnesium to be up a little higher so we can help your hypertension better. And then I also noticed your cholesterol is high and you're pre-diabetic. So we need to tackle this all together.
Okay. Can I really fix this?
Yes, research shows the DASH diet, which is the diet I'll be putting you on, can drop your blood pressure 8 to 14 months in just 2 weeks, 8 to 14 points in just 2 weeks, which is great. And add in the medication you're on, you're in great shape.
Okay.
So I just want to talk to you about some of the risks of not following these recommendations. So untreated blood pressure can double your risk of stroke and heart attack. It can cause heart failure, kidney failure, vision problems, and memory loss. Your dad had a heart attack at 62, you're 58, you have time to change this.
Okay. I don't want to end up like him.
I get it. You won't. You're here, you're on medication, and we're fixing your diet. You're already ahead.
Okay.
So here is your plan. It's called the DASH diet, which is dietary approach to stop hypertension. So this is a handout I'll give you. It's called What's on Your Plate, and this helps you see exactly what you're eating as you track your what you're eating, your calories, and your sodium. So this can help you really have a better picture of how much sodium you're consuming in a day. So for reference, for goals, you want 6 to 8 servings of grains, 4 to 5 servings of vegetables, 4 to 5 servings of fruit, low-fat dairy, 2 to 3 servings, lean protein 6 ounces or less, having 2 days out of the week having a meatless meal, nuts and seeds 4 to 5 times per week, and then sodium keeping it under 2,000 milligrams.
That's a lot to change. Where do I start?
So here's another handout I have for you. It's called Making the Move on DASH diet. So this is to help you transition from your current diet to the DASH diet. It'll also help you change gradually, and it has shopping lists and tips for when you're eating out. So just looking at your diet from the past, from yesterday. So for breakfast, you had bacon, eggs with cheese, white toast, and sugary coffee. So it's about 1,200 milligrams of sodium. So if you were on the DASH diet, we could swap back to oatmeal with berries, walnuts, banana, and low-fat milk, and that'd only be 200 milligrams. So you'd save 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Fast food burger and fries is about 1,500 milligrams. So you could eat out, or you could have lunch from home instead of eating out when you're working, because this will help you have better control over how much sodium is in your food. So you could have a turkey sandwich on whole wheat, and then have some vegetables, maybe like an apple for fruit and yogurt for some dairy. And this is about 600 milligrams of sodium, so you'd save 900 milligrams of sodium.
Mm-hmm.
And then for dinner, instead of the frozen pizza, you could have grilled chicken with brown rice and lots of roasted vegetables. So that would be 400 milligrams of sodium, so you'd save 600 milligrams of sodium. So just with these 3 swaps, not even looking at your snacks, that took you from 5,500 milligrams of sodium to 1,800 milligrams of sodium.
What about when I eat out for work?
So you can ask for no salt. You can get dressing on the side. Look at the menu online beforehand to pick something that is lower in sodium and skipping the bread basket. And then also the Making Your Move on DASH diet that I gave you has a list of tips for dining out and for grocery shopping and how to season your food without spices. So I just wanted to go over label reading with you. So you want to look for percent daily values, and you want to look at the sodium, and you want to make sure it is 5% or less. So this means that it's lower in sodium, so that's good. And then you want to avoid things with 20% and more sodium. So for example, this can has 34% sodium for its daily serving. But then you also want to look for serving sizes. So looking at this can, 34% for 1 cup, and there is about 2 servings, so that doubles it to 76% of your daily servings. And you might have this whole can of soup, and that is about the daily limit for you. So when you're at the grocery store, you want to look for low sodium options, which has 140 milligrams sodium or less, reduced sodium, which is 25% less than regular, and then usually with regular products, they might be too high in sodium.
Okay. I'll compare the brands at the store.
Yes. Like 1 cup of chicken broth from one company might be 900 milligrams of sodium, but then looking at chicken broth from a different company might have 140 milligrams of sodium. So you do want to do that. And then basically a simple guide is just you want to eat a balanced diet with lots of whole grains, fruits and vegetables, lean meats, fish, beans, low-fat milk, yogurt, and unsalted nuts. And you just really want to avoid the processed meats like the bacon you had for breakfast, canned soups, frozen dinners, fast food, salty snacks, soda, and sweets. And the what's on your plate on top of also telling you, what food groups you should be eating with the serving sizes. It'll also tell you the portion sizes that are recommended for meals.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to quiz you. So what's causing your high blood pressure?
My dietary choices in sodium.
How much sodium per day should you be consuming?
Less than 2,300 milligrams.
2 foods you'll add and 2 foods you'll cut.
Fruits and vegetables, and then get rid of the frozen pizza and fast food.
Yes. So, and then for labels, you want to look for...
Less than 5%.
Perfect. So I think a good goal for you is, this is a SMART goal, I will pack lunch from home 4 days per week for the next 4 weeks using ideas from my DASH handout, and I'll keep sodium under 2,500 milligrams per day by reading labels. Can you do that?
Yeah, that'll save me money too.
Yes. And then once you've gotten that down, we'll lower you down to 1,500 milligrams per day. So I'm going to send you home with these 2 guides, what's on your plate, which will help you with your portion control, knowing how much sodium you're having, and then the Making Your Move to DASH, which will help you transition because it takes 6 days to build a habit, so you won't change overnight. And then take these homes and read it, and then you can also pick 2 to 3 changes to start with from the DASH diet. And then again, this diet has been shown to drop people's blood pressure from 8 to 14 points in 2 weeks on DASH. So this is great. You can totally do this. And with your medication, you will feel better. Any questions?
No, thanks for making it so clear.
You're welcome. I'll see you in a month.